Oh, hey. You caught me at a very dodecahedron time of my life. I know I've been gone a minute. It's been a minute. I was off figuring out how to do the perfect cutaway gag. Well, I don't know what else you expected me to be doing.
I'm Glenn Quagmire.
It should come as no surprise that I listen to like a lot of music. Like a lot. I even decided to be performative and get some of my BS. Here's one of my favorites. Classic. But for real though, I've been thinking a lot recently about music reviews and how much I really hate them. Something like music isn't objective at all. It's kind of just like an abstract thing. I mean, you're hearing like sound waves. I feel like you shouldn't be like, hey, these sound waves are better than these sound waves just because they're in a different order. None of it really makes any sense, man. So I don't get why they're paying people just to like leave 3s on my favorite albums. I'll get to Pitchfork, don't worry. But I've always wondered, why do people review music? Like, what's the point? Is there a certain platform that's better than another for reviewing music? And more importantly, why do people judge their favorite albums off of only reviews? I'll never get that. But these are the questions that we're gonna answer right here today by taking a look at some of my least favorite places on the internet ever. This is gonna be a fun one. Let's just get this one out of the way. Rate Your Music. It's like Letterboxd, but for chuds. If you didn't know, Rate Your Music is a website for rating music. It really isn't that hard. But in all seriousness, it's a website that allows anyone to make an account and leave reviews on albums on a 0 to 5 star scale. It's pretty cool in theory. In practice, everyone thinks they're a professional and uses a lot of buzzwords in their reviews and thinks that the longer the review, the better. It's really not the case. You can have a good review that's just 2 sentences. You can have a bad review that's the length of the dictionary. It goes either way. People will open this website and type in an album that they want to know about or they want to listen to and decide just off of other people's feedback that they want to listen to it or they don't want to listen to it. And I think that's the dumbest thing ever. If you're going to listen to an album, just do it. Have your own feelings about it. And this is going to be a point we're coming back to later on. If you're a person that judges albums just off of the numbers that other people give them, I can't say nothing, this is YouTube. But for real, you just gotta have fun, man. It's not that serious. Put on an album that you think is gonna be cool. Pick one with a cool cover, pick one with a cool title, pick one by an artist you know, it doesn't matter. Just put it on and enjoy it. As for everyone on this website, it's a different story. Now, I actually spent a while poking around on here. I even left a couple of my own reviews. Yeah, I know, they're pretty great. And everything I just said, after poking around, I think that's what they do wrong, or what's done wrong on the site. Now, what I think is done right is that this is actually a really good website to find new music to listen to, or to find similar music to an artist you like. There's plenty of charts that show you the top rated albums in certain genres, or if you feel like being one of those Twitter users, top albums of all time. Don't be that person, by the way. Radiohead's good, but not top 5 good. And Tom York's an asshole. So Radiohead's not good. But if you look at those charts, or if you look on an album's page, there's a list of tags about the album and the genres that the album is. So you can click on that and find 5 albums just like it. It's really cool. Also, there's these user-made lists. Like, you can make your own lists of albums or songs that you like, and they put them out there. Like, people can see that and look at what's on there. I found stuff on those lists that I literally would never have found on my own. It's crazy. So that's Rate Your Music. Honestly, it's a really cool site if you ignore the rating part. I know that sounds weird, but if you just look on there, check the lists, look at stuff, it is so, I'm telling you, it's so cool. There's also other sites like Album of the Year, and I didn't get the chance to look around on there as much as I did on Rate Your Music. All I know about Album of the Year is that they use a 0 to 100 scale, which feels like a little too much for me. Like, what's the difference between a 67 and a 69? There's gonna be a retention dip right there. But they're all more or less the same. It's the same concept. There's also a lot of apps. I know I used to use one of the apps, I can't remember what it was called, but I would log like every album I listened to and just put 5 stars. I live to love, you know what? Live, laugh, love. Listen, laugh, love. Trademark that. The more professional sites, I think, are pretty cool, but you still shouldn't go off the numbers, and we're gonna talk about this. The main thing with professional sites is that they have more experience. They know what they're saying. If they say something's light and bouncy, it's light and bouncy, okay? But sometimes sometimes put up Casino versus Japan here. They will be rude as hell for no reason.
Okay, so we're on the Pitchfork review for this. We're just gonna read it. 3.3. I gotta watch Blade Rate Net Spend really quick. Hang on. Never mind, there's an ad. This sucks. Yeah. This has like nothing to do with the album. This completely prosaic theme is now so thoroughly exhausted, it can hardly be seen as anything but parody. This whole review is like 5 paragraphs. I don't think they talk about the album once. It's insane. Baffling how far one can stretch such derivative notions. But what's more baffling is the fact that many people will hear this albums and enjoy it. You're putting typos in here. And they're talking about anything but the music. They're talking about the soundtrack to your iMovie. Selected ambient works too. Oh, what the hell? This has nothing to do with the album. They're just talking shit, man.
It doesn't make sense. And apparently Pitchfork in specific had this era where they were just snarky as hell in every review for no reason. Not my business, honestly. But still, that's not cool, man. Whole numbers play the basics is really good. That's a focus point of this video. Album covers going in the background of the thumbnail. Oh wait, that would be tough. That would be tough. So what professional sites do wrong is honestly sometimes they'll be mean as hell for no reason, or it'll be clear that they have some sort of bias or they haven't listened to much in that genre. It's really easy to tell in their reviews. But what's good is that if you want to learn more about an album, or if there's an album you really like and you want to hear someone else's take on it that isn't like some 15-year-old, professional sites are a really good way to go because they'll write essays even if the album has like no substance. But that's how I feel about that. I think they're pretty cool. Yet again, not for the numbers. Don't ever do anything for the numbers. I wanted to do one more to end off real quick. So we're going to talk about YouTube. And I mean, this is the right place to do it. We're here already. I might as well do some reviews on my own. Matter of fact, let's do that right now. Is it overrated? A little bit. Is it still worth a listen and also one of the most emotional albums you'll ever hear? Still, yeah. It's like wacky as hell. I honestly can't tell whether or not it's my thing, and I love it for that. People really don't give this enough credit. Like, the storytelling, the narration parts are a little awkward, but it is still, as a whole package, is really good. And I think it's a milestone in how rap kind of merged with pop. Even though Kanye was doing it already, I think Cudi does it amazing on here. To this day, my favorite album of all time. It'll stay that way for a while. The blend of genres on here is just insane. The shoegaze stuff is awesome. The IDM stuff is awesome. The little indie pop stuff is awesome. Even though there's not a lot of it on here, when it does show up, it's really good. And the vocals, oh my god. Please listen to this one. It's so good. See, there you go. That's how easy it is. You can do music reviews. Anyone can do music reviews. A lot of them are more padded out than the ones I just did, but you know what? To each their own. One person in particular I want to bring up, and he's probably the one that came to mind when I mentioned YouTube, is Anthony Fantano, the Needle Drop. Honestly, the GOAT, to be honest. Let's be real here. He's been at it for years and years and years. At the bottom of every video, he puts, y'all know this is just my opinion, right? And you gotta respect that so much. That he's able to jump on there and provide his honest opinion on something. And even though he does give it a number, which I don't like, it's still, like, you gotta respect it, man. He's putting his opinion out there, and he'll talk with other people. I've seen multiple times where he's gone in the comments and like replied to people on the video. It's so cool. And I think other people that are more harsh with the numbers should take something from him and just kind of backpedal a little bit. Realize this is what I think, but it's not what everyone thinks, and I should respect that. Because there's so many people out there also that'll like hate you. They will just completely straight up hate you if you don't agree with them on their opinion. But to be fair, Fantano, he's doing great. He got a Miles feature. You know how hard that is to do? But to be completely honest, one of my favorite ways of seeing people's thoughts on albums are first time reaction videos. I especially love the ones where they start like crying and they talk about how good the album is, even though at the start they were saying they wouldn't cry. It's entertaining just to watch. But if you think about it, it's so cool because that is their genuine, unfiltered thoughts on what they're hearing. And other people that are maybe more familiar with the artist, that have already heard their previous work, maybe already heard that work, will be more biased when they're making reviews. And though I think some albums do benefit from re-listening a couple times, the first listen reaction video I think is gonna go down as probably the best and most genuine form of music reviews on the internet. So YouTube does a lot of things right, a lot of things wrong. It's YouTube. They do that with everything, man. The main point I'm trying to get at with all of this, even though I've been saying it all video, don't use numbers. I'd like to propose a new rating system, honestly, right now. And I'd like to call it thumbs up, thumbs to the side, thumbs down. That's all we need. That's all anyone needs. And what you need right now is another cutaway. Yeah, I couldn't think of anything.